I have my powers to protect me. You don't.
Excuse me, I climbed the North Mountain, survived a frozen heart, and saved you from my ex-boyfriend, and I did it all without powers. So, I'm coming.
Me too. I'll drive.
I'll bring the snacks!
It's finally here, Frozen 2, and film critic and in Kansas City Magazine contributor Lonita Cook is here with her take on the long-awaited sequel, along with we have some other flicks of the drama 21 Bridges, and Tom Hanks taking on the role of Mr. Rogers in A Beautiful Neighborhood. But we got to start out with Frozen 2.
Frozen 2.
Both you and I saw the screening on Monday. What'd you think?
Well, before we get into what I think, tell me what sweet baby Ellie thought.
Okay, so I took Ellison, my 6-year-old, to the movie, and we had a blast. So first off, it's more of an experience for her because she's never been to a movie before, right?
What?
So that was her first time in the actual theater.
Oh,
so
this is a great one.
Yeah, so here's her and I beforehand, after the movie, and she was just having a blast, and she ate her weight in popcorn, and we just had a great time at the theater. Now that being said, she was totally into the movie the whole time, feet up on the seat, holding her popcorn, just
you know what? And
the whole way through.
Let me tell you why. I was watching these scenes like, who thought of this?
Yes.
Like they're telling these stories, but the visuals are like, who thought to create that? I don't want to spoil anything, but it gets a little bit psychedelic even, where it's
the colors and everything they use on screen at any given time, especially in parts of the forest, I'll just say that, are really, really well done.
So well done. And let me tell you, my favorite part of the screening is that the kids were talking back. They were like, Elsa!
Yeah.
And so it was just a beautiful experience.
And of course, the other part of Frozen is the songs.
That's right.
Into the Unknown is the big one that Idina Menzel sings. That's going to be the single from the show. But I also really liked Sven has a song. And I know you didn't like it too much, but the way that they did it is kind of a throwback to
funny.
90s boy band music videos.
It reminded me of like Richard Marx, actually. It was nice.
So it was cute, and definitely there's a Frozen formula out there that Disney has found, and they're probably going to do as much as they can with it. But I enjoyed it, and I think your kids would enjoy it too.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right.
Go see it, Frozen. Just spend your money. Disney's going to get it anyway.
Take the weekend, dress up, put your costumes on. It's going to be a blast. I think the soundtrack is good enough that there's going to be like sing-alongs and everything coming from it. It's good.
They asked me to change out of my Elsa outfit, though. So let's move on. The next one is Chadwick Boseman, right? So you know him from the Black Panther.
That's right.
And the Marvel movie. This is his take on a new drama now called 21 Bridges.
21 Bridges.
This looks intense.
It is incredibly intense. As a movie-going experience, it is so much fun.
Cool.
They have all these chase 'em, get 'em, sock 'em moments where it's going to give you that adrenaline as a viewer. The question that I had is, will this be a good follow-up to kind of this heroic Black Panther for Chadwick Boseman? I think it does a good job.
Great.
But the only thing that I had to say that was not as positive is that the narrative twist, the audience is in on it before the characters, and so it's a little bit like, for just a little second there, you're like, I'm not quite buying that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's a good movie.
Good flick, good one to check out. So that's a good action flick. Let's take a totally opposite 180-degree turn here. Tom Hanks, America's Dad. Everybody loved Tom Hanks, and he's taken on Mr. Rogers, Fred Rogers, in Beautiful Day.
That's right.
In the Neighborhood. I mean, you grew up with Mr. Rogers,
neighbor
right?
from our childhood.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, I grew up with Mr. Rogers. And this movie is, I loved it. It is about a journalist.
Yeah.
It's based on an article that came out in Esquire in 1998 called Can You Say Hero? And so this is about that journalist profiling Mr. Rogers. And so what you have is Mr. Innocence, Mr. Rogers, versus Mr. Childhood Trauma. And just to give a little bit of background on this, this is fictionalized, but it's based on Tom Junand. And his editor said, I need you to profile Mr. Rogers. He said, I don't want to mess with this fake child TV character. And he said, look, his editor, a woman, said, look, nobody else wants to talk to you, so you have to do this. And so the movie unfolds from there. It is told with so much humor and heart.
Well, it sounds like we've got 3 good ones to check out this week, and I wish we had more time to chat about Mr. Rogers because I love it, and I can't wait to see it.
Definitely see that one.
So, Lonita, thank you very much. 3 ones. Get out, see some movies this weekend. We'll be right back after this.